everyone, it's Amber and welcome back to my channel. I'm finally back with another project and I'm super excited to share it with you. It's going to be this fun little mini journal that I made, and it's kind of like a semi-hardcover, so I'm going to show you how to do that, and it's going to be so easy. So I'm glad that you're joining me today. Thanks for your patience. I've been taking a little bit of an unintentional break, and it's just basically due to my busy schedule at work. I'm using the Sunny Days paper pad by Maggie Holmes, and this is the 6x8 pad. It's single-sided, and just some really thick cardstock. So this cardstock is from Paper Tray Ink, but you can also use the 110-pound cardstock at Michael's. I know a lot of the other paper companies put out a really thick cardstock, so just make sure it's nice and sturdy. So I think it's like 110 pound. Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today. More about them later in the video. Let me show you what we're making today. This is super cute, and I guess I'm calling it like a mini journal or a mini booklet. I don't know. But you can really take this idea, make it your own. You can make them bigger. You can put whatever you want inside. But with this one, I just made a cute little like beachy theme with the Sunny Days collection. And I have some seam binding. This is the most beautiful blue. I call it Cinderella blue. Let me see if it'll focus here. But of course I got it from my favorite Etsy shop, MyScrapCabin. So I'll link it below. This is my cover with the cute ephemera piece. Here's the back. And I love that like mustard yellow paper. So in here, the cover, the front and back cover are all lined, which I love. And then in here, nothing stapled, nothing sewed. I just have that seam binding going down the middle, and I included a bunch of just really cute pages for journaling and adding memorabilia or pictures. And so you can add as many pages in here that you want. You can make this junk journal style and add music sheet paper, book paper. You can use coffee dyed paper in here. That would be really cute if you did like a vintage version of this. You could do so many different things. I put some really heavy duty shiny copy paper in here. Bright white copy paper. I think it looks so pretty with this theme. And then some scrapbook paper. And this can be taken like on a beach vacation for journaling. You can throw it in your purse, give it as a gift. But there's the last page. So there's 10 sheets in here, which makes 20 on each side, 40 front and back. And it is so easy. It takes no time at all. I'm just using this binder clip to close it. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is just a piece of heavy duty cardstock that measures 5 by 7. This can be any color you want. So we're going to put this in the scoreboard, and I have my little mini scoreboard out here. And we're going to make 2 score lines. The first one is going to be at 3 1/4. And then you're going to score it at 3 3/4. So again, that was 3 1/4 and 3 3/4. I'm just going to kind of fold on the score lines. I'm not going to do like really tight creases yet, but just kind of get like the shape of it. Lay it down flat, and you're going to bring in some scrapbook paper. So this is scrapbook paper, which is pattern cardstock, and these are the sheets I'm using for the cover and the inside lining. So for the cover, this measures 6 by 8, so it's an entire sheet out of that paper pad that I showed you. It's a good use for these 6 by 8 paper pads. So this is 6 by 8, and then these two measure 3 by 4 3/4. So you need 2 of those. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is just turn this upside down, and then you're going to take your base piece and center it on here. Just kind of see where that is, where there's an even border pretty much all the way around. So you're just going to add adhesive now to this side. Okay, so I'm going to use this little tape glider. It's permanent adhesive from scrapbook.com. It's their brand adhesive roller, so I'm trying it for the first time, and hopefully it works. So I'm just going to add glue, get all the edges, and then I'll get the middle. Okay, so now again I'm just going to center this on that scrapbook paper. I just want to see kind of where I'm at. So I'm going to center it the best that I can. So now we have it adhered there. Use your bone folder to get it nice and pressed down. So now it looks like this, and then the front looks like that. So the next thing you're going to do is just take some scissors and you're going to angle the corners. So the way I like to do it, you can do it straight across, but I kind of like to do it like this, to where it kind of makes a little dip right there, and it makes it easier for the next step. So I'm going to go right across here and kind of go at a little bit of a dip like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can totally just cut right across, but if you can do the little angle like that, go ahead and do it. So it's super easy. Just angle those corners, and then you've got this all ready to go. So the next thing I like to do to make this a little easier on me is I'll just take my bone folder and crease where that paper meets, right at the edge, because we're going to be folding these up, and I want them to be a little bit easier. Okay, fold them up against that cardstock like this. So you're going to be folding those and gluing them down, but I like to get them nice and folded up first so we don't rip anything. So do it kind of gently, just with the tips of your fingers. And then that one. So I'm just going to add adhesive now to these flaps. So I'm using the same permanent adhesive. I really like this so far. It glides nice and smooth. So once you have the adhesive on there, just gently close this. And there you go. You've got that finished edge on the bottom all done. And then just do all the other 3 sides the same. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and burnish all of these down. So here's how our little cover is coming along. Here's the front. And so this is where you're going to decide which part of this you want to be like the front, because it's going to eventually fold like that. So let's see. Do I want this side? I think I did like it like that. So I'm going to have it open like this, because I know that's going to be the front cover right there. And then what you're going to do is take your inside lining pieces and simply glue them down. So the key with this is you want to take them about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch away from this score line here, because you don't want to obstruct that score line. So just take it a little bit away, and it'll leave a nice border on these 3 edges. So I'm just going to add my adhesive, and you want to be very generous with the adhesive on this. And I love this. I really love this tape thing. What is it called? Adhesive roller. Like I said, I got it at scrapbook.com, and I'll link it below. I think I got like 6 of them to try them out. It's very smooth. So again, I'm going to take this a little bit, like 1/8 or 1/4 of an inch away from that score line. Make sure I'm even on the top and bottom. And then just lay that down. And then I like to burnish it down with my bone folder. So I would do a piece of paper all the way across, but on the one that I did already, that's what I did on there, and it kind of made it a little too bulky here in the middle. So that's why I'm doing just the 2 panels for the lining. So you're just going to do now the same exact thing for this side. Okay, so now I'm going to burnish that down. So now here's the inside of our book, and very gently on that score line, you might want to crease it because we did add paper here. So kind of recrease that little score line. Just very gently, because this is just cardstock. You don't want it to crack or anything. Just kind of work that front page. And then do the same for this side. Okay, so I'm going to take this. And here is our spine coming together. I think that looks so good. So we've got our cute little cover here, and it's like a hard cover even though we just use cardstock and scrapbook paper. Here's the inside. And now we're going to add the seam binding. So for the seam binding, just kind of measure this like that so you can tie a bow. So that's simply all you do. You just take this and do it, pull it tight. So this is going to actually cover that spine right there. And then you're just going to kind of even it out and tie a nice bow right here on the spine. So I like to do a double knot because it's kind of holding in all your pages eventually. So I'm just going to do that. And then in a cute little bow. And I love using seam binding for this because it's super flexible and easy to work with, and it just looks so pretty on the edge of our spine there. So I'll just trim this a little bit, and that's how it looks. So pretty, and it gives us a little binding piece in here. So I'm going to set this aside for a second. So now you're just going to get some papers, and you're going to put whatever papers you want in here. We're not going to sew them. We're not going to staple them. It's going to be super easy. Let me show you what I've chosen. So the measurement that you want to remember for the inside pages is 6 by 4 3/4. So it's 6 inches wide by 4 3/4 tall. And what I pulled for this is 4 pieces of scrapbook paper, and these 4 patterns are the ones I've chosen. I think they're so pretty together. And it's out of that same Sunny Days paper pad. So these 4 pieces, again, are patterned cardstock, and they measure 6 by 4 3/4. And then I think I pulled 6 sheets of the really nice, bright, premium copy paper. So there's journaling paper in there. You can add anything you want, little short pieces, pockets, envelopes, pouches, whatever you want. So let me show you how to put this together. It's super, super easy. You're just going to take each of these sheets and fold them in half. So literally just fold them in half like this. Take some help with your bone folder if you want. And you're just going to fold them all in half, one at a time. Okay, so I've got all my pages folded, and by the way, it is nighttime lighting in here, so it's pretty late in the evening. I just having a cozy time in my craft room and decided to turn the camera on and show you what I was making. So hopefully the lighting isn't too bad, but I've got all my papers folded in half, and now it's super easy. You just choose the one that you want to go first, and I really love this green with the foil, the gold foil. So I just simply open it up, and you've seen me do this before, and then just choose what you want to be next. So everyone goes inside each other. So I'm going to choose 2 of the printer papers to go inside there, and then I'll do another scrapbook paper, and then 1 printer paper. Stack it all together. Here's our little booklet. It's super cute with all the pages. And you're just going to find the middle. And instead of stapling this or sewing it like we usually do, you totally can if you want to, but it's so easy because all you have to do is bring it over here, and it can kind of be like a removable situation with all the pages. You just slip it under this seam binding strip we've got here, and it's an instant little booklet. And these pages aren't going anywhere because they're tucked inside that binding ribbon. And now we have all of our pages in here. Super cute, and you can do memory keeping in here or just keep it in your purse for a little notebook for shopping lists or anything like that. But let's finish it off by decorating the cover. We'll do like a final flip through in just a second, so I'm just kind of showing you where we are. So here's our cute little booklet, and I love this because you didn't use chipboard, you didn't just use your cardstock, and it's a nice hard cover. So last thing I want to do is just put a cute little die cut on here. I've got a little bit left from that collection, and I saved them in here. If you're looking to explore your creativity, Skillshare is an online learning community that offers thousands of workshops and classes covering dozens of topics. They range from freelance writing to painting, photography, video editing, creative journaling, self-care practices, music, and so much more. There's this class by one of my favorite Skillshare teachers, Amanda Rach Lee, and I will have this class linked below. I really enjoyed it. I tend to navigate towards journaling classes and workshops, and she is so creative and so inspiring. I really recommend that you check out this class. The Skillshare Premium membership gives you unlimited access to all the workshops and classes and works out to be just about $10 per month. The first 1,000 people to click the link below in my description will receive a free trial of Skillshare's Premium membership. And then you can start exploring with Skillshare right away. So there they are, and I'm just going to add them to the cover. Okay, so here it is. I just layered those little die cuts on there, and our book is finished. I think it's so cute, and it goes so fast. You could totally make a bunch of these for gifts or little favors, Christmas stocking stuffers, anything. So here is this one that we just made together. I think it's super cute. And then again, you can do anything in here. Just take the idea, make it your own. You could add a pocket to the front cover. And you could do lots of memory keeping in here or just journaling. You could totally make these as gifts. I love the mixture of copy paper and scrapbook paper because it gives you a chance to just put stickers, stamp, do whatever you want. And then here's the center. And I like that we didn't have to staple or sew this, and it still stays intact. Really cute. It's just one signature in here, and I think it looks so good. So I think there's 40 pages front and back altogether, which means there was 10 sheets, and then we folded them in half to make 20, and front and back make 40. So there's our cute little album, and again, I cannot say this enough, you can make a hard cover for your mini albums, your journals, your little notepad covers, so easily without chipboard. But I mean, you could use chipboard or cereal boxes if you want, but this just makes it so easy. You didn't have to piece anything together. It was just one solid piece, and I think these are super cute. And to keep it closed, what you could do is you could put ribbon before you put these panels down underneath here, and then glue the panel on top on both sides, and then tie it closed right here. Or, like I did, you just take a cute, fun little binder clip, and it'll keep it kind of compact so you could stick it in your purse. That's what I like to do. Or you could just leave it like this, and it just kind of pops open like that, but over time it would stay down. It looks so cute. There's our little closure. And here's our two adorable little mini books or mini journals, whatever you want to call them. Like I said, make them your own. Put different papers in here. Imagine using like Christmas paper or fall paper. You can make a bunch of these for the holidays. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I want to thank you so much for your support. All the links of everything will be down in the description box. Make sure to check that out. And I will see you all in my next video very soon. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Bye.